here. And it could have been 3-0, and it probably should have been 3-0. Ayo Tanaka wins the ball. The press is fantastic. Again, I talked about being aggressive, taking the game to Manchester United, nothing to lose. Ayo Tanaka's well in that duel, wins that ball, brilliant press, gets around the keeper, and it's unlucky. I'm not going to lie, it is unlucky. I think he should score, but he went for the right type of finish. I think he just had a bit of jelly legs towards the end, wasn't able to just get onto the end of that ball, and Lisandro Martinez, gets it off the line.
I thought Tanaka in the middle of the pitch was fantastic. Now, Fark, it feels a bit like this guy has to stumble a little bit. We go back to the start of the season, whenever it was, I can't remember when it was, October time maybe, when Leeds went away to Manchester City, 2-0 down at half-time, and Fark ripped up his blueprint and went to this 3 at the back, which a lot of Leeds fans were wanting to see for quite some time. And it was a bit more 3-5-2, 2 strikers. But then they got beat, they still lost, but they scored in the second half and they were a much better team. And then Fark stuck with it and they went on this nice little run, started accumulating points. Became very difficult to beat, started winning games of football as well. And it felt a little bit like Fark had stumbled upon something. Now, I've always defended managers that do that. I think stumbling upon something is not the end of the world. It's having the ability to recognise it when it works. If you do something that you perhaps aren't keen on doing, it might not fit with your philosophy as a manager, it might not be how you ideally would play football, but as long as you recognise it, when it might have to hit you in the face, but when it does, recognise it, adapt, embrace it, and use it going forward. And I think Fark done that. But throughout the season, the usage of Tanaka has felt minimal at Ellen Road, and I know Leeds fans have been quite frustrated, and as a neutral, I understand that frustration. I'm a big fan of Tanaka. I thought he was excellent last season, and he was one of those players I was looking forward to seeing in the Premier League, and I thought would adapt to the Premier League because of his technical ability. And when he's been used, I've thought he's put in good performances. He's just not been utilised enough by Fark. But he played against us. He played against West Ham in the FA Cup, and he got his goal, but he was magnificent for the first half. I thought his influence died off in the second half a little bit as we got into the game, but certainly for 45 minutes you could see why Tanaka deserved to play for Leeds. And he gets his start at Old Trafford, and I thought he was excellent again. For the first half, I thought he was absolutely fantastic out there. I thought he was the best midfielder on the pitch. You know, Casemiro, Ugarte, neither of them could get near him. Now, you got Casemiro going to have a good game overall, but in the first half in particular, I thought Ampadu and Tanaka were bossing the middle of the pitch at Old Trafford. Calvert-Lewin's been quite wasteful recently, I think, and that continued. I mean, he should have scored after, 80 seconds or something at Old Trafford. Really good play, getting Goodmanson down that left, who, when he's out, they really miss him. He's irreplaceable for Leeds. There's players that can do an okay job at left wing back, but they just cannot provide what he provides from that attacking outlet, that attacking threat. He's very energetic, very industrial, gets up and down that touchline. Defensively, I think he's a good defender. I think he's a good left back when defending, but getting forward, I think he's excellent. I think his crossing's fantastic, and that ball into Calvert-Lewin deserved an assist. And I think Calvert-Lewin gets unlucky on another day that hits the back of the net. I think it's just really good goalkeeping by Lamins. Okafor gets the goal. A lot made about Calvert-Lewin bashing into Lenny Yoro. I think on another day the referee gives a free kick, and I think VAR just doesn't get involved regardless. I think the VAR looks at that and thinks it's not clear and obvious, but whatever. Go with the on-field decision. On this occasion, he didn't give it. They made it 2-0. Big deflection, but as you guys will know, I'm a big, strong believer in you make your own luck. Take your shots. Deflections will happen, and you just don't know where it's going to end up. Tanaka, unlucky to make it 3-0. Did the hard bit, round the goalkeeper. Just a little bit too much to get on the end of, and Martinez, good defended by him. But Leeds were unlucky to go in 2-0 up. Which
John came back there, he says you just need to concede more goals than people in this night. Do you know what, John? I'll be honest with you, we got what we deserved there tonight. We didn't deserve to get anything. Leeds were the better team, and like I said there, we could have been 3 or 4-0 down at half time, so can't really say that. Right, niche fan, I want Carrick-Gone at the end of the season, 7 new players. Sign Camavinga and Tanaka. That's your game.
Oh, Tanaka,
yeah, definitely a shout.
How much you give Tanaka for?
That's
5?
we're talking 30, I'd say. I was thinking 30. I'd pay 30. I'd happily pay 30.
We'll give you 10.
We'll give you Rashford.
He's still a United
Throwing Sancho
player.
as well.
Yeah, he is. He's coming back, apparently.